All right, what's good, y'all? It's the Black Horseman. Shout out to the underground community. That's the UGC. Shout out to True Media. That's everybody keeps it 100, staying true to who they are, and doing their part in this media, man. Man, I just got done watching a group of fights, man. On Fox, PBC card, and it was actually on FS1, and this was pretty much a DC show, man. This was Lamont Peterson, of course, his brother, I believe his name Anthony Peterson. Um, and many other fights, man. Shout out to Aaron Coley. Aaron Coley was the first fight I saw. Um, Big salute to Aaron Coley. He did his thing. He outboxed his opponent. Did a great job controlling the distance with the jab, countering with the straight left, uppercuts. Doing what he had to do to get the job done. I thought it was a clear, dominant performance from Aaron Coley. That was my first time seeing him fight. So shout out to Aaron Coley, man. I don't know what that other judge was seeing, but it is what it is, man. We already know how it is when you go in somebody else's backyard, but you put on a dominant performance, and they definitely got the right winner. So shout out to Aaron Coley. I'm gonna jump into the main event, man, because uh, Lamont Peterson just got his ass beat by Sergey Lipinets. And I said before this fight took place that if he cannot beat Sergey Lipinets, he done. He's done. In the early part of the fight, it was back and forth. It was like tit for tat, man. These guys was going at it. I didn't really think that Sergey Lipinets would have that much success because I seen his first fight at 147, and he didn't look good. He did not look good at all. Sergey Lipinets flat out looked, looked like he was his body was maxed out. He was flat footed. He was very slow. And I was like, you know what? This guy need to go back down to 140. But he didn't do that. He remained at 147 and landed this fight with Lamont Peterson. So he went in there with a particular game plan, and he looked like the normal Sergey Lipinets, from 140. He didn't look as bad as he did in his first fight at 147, because I was like, man, he didn't look like his usual self. And I think it was because he was trying to adjust to the weight. But I'll tell you, man, in this fight, he looked just about as good as he fought versus Mikey Garcia. I was actually at that fight. Sergey Lipinets, man, this guy is very, very slick in there. He got great inside work. Great inside work. He throws punches that you don't see, kind of comes, punches around the guard, hit you with little clean uppercuts and straight punches and things like that. And he applies effective pressure. He comes forward the whole time. You don't really see Sergey back up that much, man. He uses head movement and throws a lot of punches. He's always busy. And Lamont Peterson fought the wrong fight. I think Lamont Peterson, he should have used his height, his reach advantage, and his experience to keep Sergey Lipinets, man, control the action with the jab. He would do that in spots, but I don't know, man. He just kind of fell into the game plan of Sergey Lipinets and started trying to fight him on the inside, and that was checkmate. It was checkmate, man. Sergey Lipinets, he just broke him down. He just mentally and physically broke him down. And he stopped Lamont Peterson. They literally had to throw in the towel. I mean, before the fight ended, he was getting hit with some big shots, man, to where it was just like, you know what, this guy, man, and it's the defense, man. His defense was not there. He was getting hit too much. So I don't, like I say, I don't know what type of game plan they had for Lamont Peterson, but it was not effective. Kango Kenny didn't help at all. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But Sergey Lipinets retired Lamont Peterson tonight. He retired him. So, his brother, Anthony Peterson, had a tough fight. He was in there with a guy, was it Mendez? And I mean, you can probably make an argument for Mendez actually beating his brother, Anthony Peterson. Like, it was a rough night for the Petersons, man. Headlining out there, and yeah, it was just rough, man. It was just a rough, tough night for the Petersons. Anthony Peterson was not even angry with the draw. He was like, "Thank you, judges. Thank you, referee. Thank you, God. Thank you, fans. Everybody. Just I'm glad to get out of here with a draw." You know what I'm saying? Um, so I mean, it's sad, man, to see this guy go out like that with an L in his hometown. But you know, Sergey Lipinets came in there with a tremendous game plan, and he stopped, man. He stopped Lamont for the second time in his career, man. For the second time in his career, and hey, um, his brother Anthony Peterson continues to stay afloat, but he got that draw. His only loss came to Brandon Rios, so he needs to work on some things too, man. I think Anthony Peterson was moving around too much. It was certain spots where I just felt like he should have just held his ground and just I don't know, man. The Petersons, man. It's Anthony Peterson. I could see him losing, you know, in the near future as well. Especially if you get a rematch with Mendez, I think Mendez is gonna get him. I think Mendez is gonna get him. Lamont Peterson saying he's retired. I think he need to stay retired. He needs to stay retired, man, because he had a few gifts. I remember when he fought Felix Diaz. I was like, man, I thought Diaz definitely beat Lamont. Lamont got a gift in that, but this tonight wasn't the night for him. What's up, El Chinito? He says Peterson versus Lipinets was a hell of a fight. Yeah, it was, man. It was a hell of a fight. A disappointing night for Lamont. Oh, that's a good little fight, El Chinito. He said, I want to see Lipinets versus Broner next. Man, Broner might get chopped up in that. Broner might get chopped up in that fight. That might be a good little fight for Broner, though. You know what I'm saying? Just to definitely just try to, especially after, coming off that victory over Lamont, he gonna have a little momentum right now. You know what I'm saying? This Lipinets is just retired Lamont Peterson. What's up, Samuel Shaw? He just retired Lamont Peterson. I mean, stopped him, made them niggas throw the towel in. I mean, it was rough when he got knocked out by Lucas Matisse, but he beat. I mean, Lipinets beat him up. It wasn't like you know what I mean? Like I felt like it was worse. Lipinets, this stoppage tonight was worse than just him getting caught with a good shot and just getting knocked out. You know what I mean? He got broke. He got his ass broke down, man. He got beat. Lipinets beat him up. Lipinets beat him up in his second fight at 147. Now remember, this is an opponent that Mikey fought. It was a tough fight. Mikey struggled with Lipinets. I was there. I was like, man, yeah, you won, Mikey, but man, you was getting hit a little too much for me, for my liking. And Lipinets is slick like that, man. He knows how to feint and get in position to start hitting you with clean shots, man. Before you know it, man, your face is bloodied up, your nose bleeding, your eyes closing up, And I don't know, maybe 147 is he feels stronger. Maybe Lipinets is stronger at 147. So I would love to see what Lipinets do, where he goes from here. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'll look him up. But if I'm not mistaken, his only loss came to Mikey. Let me double check, man. Let me double check. Because I want to make sure that I get my facts together on this, man. Lipinets is scrap, man. That is a good little fighter right there. Yeah, man. In 15 fights, man, he only has one loss, and that came to Mikey Garcia. Got 11 KOs. So in his second fight at 147, he got a stoppage over Lamont Peterson. Same guy. He has a stoppage over Lamont Peterson. Errol Spence has a stoppage, and Lucas Matisse. I think the referee stopped the fight when Errol fought him, But yeah, Sam Shaw, this is his only loss. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like this one was worse, man. It's just like he just couldn't get away from the shots, man. He was trying to fight on the outside, then he would try to jump on the inside with him. I mean, that inside, getting on the inside with Lipinets, that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. And he will only try to get out, when he would start getting caught clean with shots. And every time he tried to back up and get out of it, man, Lipinets was on his ass. Sergey Lipinets was on Lamont Peterson's ass. Nigga like Dookie diapers. Let me see. El Chinito says, this fight and the Spence versus Mikey fight showed me Mikey has a hell of a chin. Damn. Maybe so, man. I was just thought it was Vada that weekend, Arrow. I was like, nigga, Arrow 11 fight, streak just snapped. You know what I mean? Like from Vada, Maybe it was a little bit of both, but maybe the power is a little bit overrated, but I don't know. You're making a good point, El Chinito. Maybe Mikey chin is really just solid like that. Because Lipinets was tagging him up. Lipinets was tagging Mikey. Mikey was taking them shits. Matter of fact, right before Mikey dropped Lipinets, he was getting tagged with some shit. And he took the punch and then countered with a left hook. And down went Sergey Lipinets. El Chinito says Lipinets has a hell of a chin and took some good ass body punches from Peterson. And I'm like, that's shocking, man, from a guy in his second fight at 147, going up against a guy who's fought multiple times at 147, look visibly like he's the bigger guy. Peterson, I was like, man. I said before the fight happened, I was like, man, if Peterson cannot beat Lipinets, you got to hang it up, fam. So hopefully, he done made some smart investments, man. Boxing is a brutal sport. And I don't like to see nobody just get, beat on like that. Let me see. El Chinito says Peterson is a shot fighter. Good thing he will retire. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not upset about him throwing that towel in, bro. I was like, damn. Because he was getting caught clean with shots. Clean. I mean, Lipinets working, man. Samuel says, I just said in the chat, I think it was yesterday that Lipinets had Joe Goosen in his corner and he was sending sparring partners home. Word? Damn. I don't know, man. Maybe Lipinets' power is official at 147. I mean, when you look at his record, let's say 15 wins, 11 knockouts, only one loss. He ain't never been stopped. He went the distance with Mikey. He been dropped, but he ain't been stopped. This nigga stopped Lamont Peterson, man. That shit was rough. El Chinito says Mikey got a big ass head, so it might help his chin. He said that big ass head help his chin. What's up, my G main man? He says Peterson used the wrong game plan. Yeah. I don't know what he was trying to set up, man. It was like he was just going tit for tat with Sergey, man. Like early on, he was doing good, but I just saw like when Sergey would counter, he would land. I was like, damn, he keep getting countered though. He'll land something and it was something come right back. But he was able to get it up on the scorecard and on the punch stats kind of quick because he would throw combinations. Like Sergey Lipinets was like doing like the 1-2s here and there. But Lamont Peterson will be, he'll throw like, a flurry of shits, like, 2 or 3 shots. Him and his brother like to go down to the body, maybe like throw 3 punches and then get out of there. Then, keep, get back on the distance with the jab and all of that. But, that Lipinets got a method to his shit. This dude be coming in kind of like pacing back and forth. He got the little feint shit going. And I mean, shots to the body, shots upstairs. Uppies, hooks, straights, everything. Anywhere he see an opening, he throwing. And he has a good accuracy, man. I don't know what the punch stats was, like the power punch percentage. But I gotta imagine it was kind of high for Lipinets. You know, he's skilled, man. This dude is skilled. So I don't know. I don't know how far he's gonna go in 147, man. Because it's not like Lamont was an undefeated fighter or something. You know, Lamont had like 4 or 5 losses, man. So it is what it is, man. And then at 30, I think he had just turned what they say, 36, something like that, 38, 38. I don't know. El Chinito says 147 is stacked. Yeah, man. I just wish these guys would fight each other. We got all these champions that don't want to fight each other, man. They need to get that shit in. That's why I'm hoping that these guys on the come up in 147 have a different mentality and willing to fight all of these dudes. Cause I'm practically pissed off with these dudes, man. That they don't want to just, it's all about paychecks now, man. They only about the paycheck now. They want to know how many, if they want to know if the opponent's gonna put them on pay-per-view or not. Dumb shit like that. Summer Shaw says at 140, Mikey said Lipinets punches hard. Word. I mean, he had Mikey on his back foot. He had Mikey on his back foot. Even after that knockdown, Lipinets came at him. Lipinets was on his ass. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Besides the Spence fight, that's probably his second hardest fight. I know he said, he came up in weight, to face Errol, and he was talking about like he's never really had that tough fight to really make somebody, for him to bring the best out of him. Well, we didn't see the best out of him in Errol. I don't know when it was gonna come out. I was waiting. I was like, okay, this is the time, Mikey. This is the time for the best to come out. Nigga, that shit was concealed. Nigga, that shit was on incarcerated and shit. That nigga Best was incarcerated. Samuel says every shot Lipinets was throwing was with authority. That nigga can box, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of boxers, man. I'm a fan of boxers. If you can box, bro, I'm a fan. Like I said before, man, like anybody can knock somebody out, bro. If you land the right punch, anybody can knock somebody out. But he didn't just go in there and knock Lamont out, man. This dude boxed and he broke this man down. He systematically broke Lamont down, man. He made them dudes throw in the towel. They seen it. That means that the corner can't watch no more, man. They seen enough. It's like watching your kid, what I'm saying, get beat on. Like Kango Kenny and whatever that shit was a wrap, B. They couldn't do nothing. That was over with. Mayman said didn't have to make it close quarters. Should have stayed on the outside. I was saying that. Like he was fighting Lipinets' fight. Lipinets is an inside fighter, man. Lipinets is the kind of guy he'll walk you, he'll come to you, he'll cut the ring off on you, come to you, and applies the pressure and try to just get his shots off. His best work is on the inside. So it's like Lamont, to me, I've seen him do both. Like I seen him when he fought Danny. He was boxing good on the outside, and then he was able to get in on the inside and mix it up. Like he wasn't mixing it up. He was staying on the inside too much. And I noticed like when he would try to land, I don't know, because like when he would try to land the shots off on the inside, he'll try to get out of there, and he'll get countered. So it's just like, you trying to get some little get back. And Sergey Lipinets, man, he's just too sharp. Dude game plan was official. He was on Lamont. He was definitely on Lamont, man. I'm telling you, man. And Lamont couldn't do nothing with him. It was competitive early on, exciting and all of that. But I was looking at this shit like, man, this dude getting hit too much. I was in a Facebook group, boxing group, and I'm like, man, this nigga defense is garbage juice. I was like, you can't get hit that much, man. But I was impressed with Lipinets, man. Like, he looked like a completely different fighter from his last fight. His first fight at 147 was atrocious. I was like, bruh, this nigga, you need to go back down. This ain't it, fam. But I don't know what they did, what type of work, what type of changes they made. But I definitely seen old Sergey Lipinets. Like I seen like the 140 Sergey Lipinets, and that's not a shot. That's nigga. He's nice at 140. Nice. You know, gave Mikey everything he can handle. Took that L, but he wasn't on his back foot, nigga. He had Mikey on his back foot. He was trying to come get it. He was bringing it, you know. But I don't know, man. Lipinets can box, bro. I like what I saw today. I like what I saw from him. El Chinito says even at 147 Russian cat from Top Rank, nickname the Mean Machine. Yeah, you talking about Igor Kavaliaskis, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, man. I heard in his last fight he didn't look too great. But he's the number one, if I'm not mistaken, he's the number one mandatory for Bud at WBO, or ranked number one in the WBO. I don't know if he's a mandatory yet. I think they got to order it or some shit. I'll double check it right now. Check it real quick. And then I'm gonna talk about Hurd, man. I'm excited about this Hurd J-Rock fight. It's something about the face-offs, man, that just get me excited. Like I can just see a face-off and I'll be like, you know what, man, this shit gonna be a good ass fucking fight. Yeah, Igor Kavaliaskis at the number one spot. He's ahead of Amir Khan. Khan is at number two. Mean Machine is at number one. And Igor is ranked top 5 in 3 sanctioned bodies. He's at the number 4 spot in the WBC, number 4 spot in the WBA, and he's ranked number 9 in IBF, but number 1 in WBO. So he's in a very, very good position to fight for a title. You know, like say for instance, if like Keith don't land the fight with Manny, what he could do is just face Igor, you know, Igor Kavaliaskis. You know, face him. You know, I don't really consider that a tune-up if this nigga's undefeated and, you know, ranked high like that, but still, it's a stay busy fight. People don't really know who he is, and, you know, it might be good work. You know, but Jesse Vargas is still there, too. He ain't fought Jesse yet. But somebody need to go ahead and face this guy. So I don't know if he's not going to get no title shot until after this Amir Khan fight, but, I mean, that's going to probably be later on in the year. But I heard that Top Rank is trying to set that fight up anyway. Heard something like that. Simon Shaw says tomorrow Lamont's face is going to look like Martin. He said Lamont's face is going to look like Martin when Tommy Hearns whooped his ass. Man, it's going to be looking some kind of swole. It's going to be swelling up, fam. He said, yeah, Egas is nice. He might get Bud next after he beats Khan. Yeah, that might be next for Bud, man. Yeah, that might be next for Bud. I already know that these niggas going to play keep away with their straps and PBC welterweights. Disgusting, man. Shit is disgusting. You know, these niggas won't even fight each other, and they on the same side of the street. Well, hopefully, you know, now that Manny didn't let it be known that he not interested in facing Arrow can go ahead and it's strap season. Let's get that strap season in, man. Let's bring that shit back, man. He got cobwebs on that strap season. What you call it? Catchphrase. She got cobwebs on it now. He ain't used it so long. You know, he may be using it, but nigga, you using that shit, you know, out of order, nigga. If you ain't unifying, bro, I don't even want to hear strap season. You know what I'm saying? You got one strap, you need to get another one. Let's get it. Take care of your side of the street because I want to see an undisputed fight, man. Damn, this shit be making me hot every time I think about it, man. Then I be having these little fuck niggas trying to troll my shit and talk about, oh, nigga, you. I'd be like, God damn, you niggas don't give a shit about the best facing the best, man. Everybody know the best fight to make in the welterweight division is Errol and Bud, right? They say Errol is the best and Bud is up there, right? So if that's the fight to make and Errol's gonna take the easy road first, which is take care of his side of the street, when you gonna do that? How long you gonna delay? Let me get off that shit before I get hot and start, flaming that shit like I normally do. El Chinito says, I heard Bob trying to make Bud versus Jose Ramirez on ESPN pay-per-view after the Khan fight. Jose Ramirez from 140? Where you hear that from? I do not want to see that fight. Like, I'm not a fan of that shit. Like, I didn't even want to see Arrow and Mikey. I don't want to see a little, little guy coming up. Come on, man. Bud will beat the brakes off Jose Ramirez. That's not even competitive, man. That's not competitive. I'm not going to pay for that shit. El Chinito says Hurd versus J-Rock is a good ass fight. J-Rock might surprise Hurd and win the fight, but his chin is suspect. Man, I want to talk about that, man. That's going to be a good fight, man. I like J-Rock. You know what, J-Rock, man? He ain't scared, bro. He ain't intimidated. I like Hurd too, man. Like Hurd is one of them guys that I respect, man. A lot of people not putting respect on Hurd's name. Y'all niggas need to respect what Hurd is doing, man. He's one of them few guys in our era who is taking risk, man. This guy is whoever you are, don't matter. I'm taking on all comers. Now for you dummies that keep talking about, yeah, he ain't fought some niggas, but he ain't fought Jamel though. Let me enlighten you dummies, okay? He could have got that smoke, but he lost. What don't y'all get? What don't y'all get about this shit, man? Jamel got his ass whooped. And let me tell you who he got his ass whooped by. Tony Harrison. Who did Tony Harrison get his ass whooped by? Hurd. You heard me? Hurd whooped Tony Harrison's ass. Tony Harrison whooped Jamel's ass. Jamel has to get his strap back before we even talking about any type of unification or any type of Hurd considering a fight with Jamel. Come on now. Make it make sense, man. Don't even bring up Jamel, man. We're talking about, I feel like that Allen Iverson shit. We talking about champions, man. We talking about champions, bruh. I'm not talking about contenders, man. Y'all gotta understand this shit. Jamel's not a champion no more. Forget about it. He better get his strap back. He better humble himself, and he better box. If you coming in there looking for the KO, it's over with, fam. It's over with. Get back to boxing, Charlo. But let me get back to this fight. Hurd versus Williams. Okay? Williams got this pulled up. Since losing to Jamal, this man has fought himself back into the number one spot in the IBF. He's number 2 in the WBO. He's number 4 in the WBA. And he's not even ranked. He's not ranked in the WBC. So he must not be ranked. He must not be enrolled in the clean boxing program or something. Either that or he ain't fought nobody in that sanctioned body. So he's number 4 in the WBA. He's of course number 1 in the IBF. And then number 2 in the WBO. This guy's in a good spot, man. He's in a good spot. He's a 4-0 since losing to, since his first loss to Jamal Charlo. You got caught. You got caught, man. You can't, you got to box smart. I think he's learned from that. When you're in there with a bigger guy, you got to be smart. He was smart in spots. And then in that one moment when he wasn't smart, he got caught and he got stopped. So at the end of the day, I seen the face off and it looked like it's going to be a banger, man. It looks like this is going to be a good fight. J-Rock is not here for a paycheck. Of course, these niggas going to get their paycheck. But J Rock wants to be a champion. This is what I like. This is what I am a fan of. Guys who want to fight the best, man. Guys who want to fight the best. If he wins, hey man, we're gonna hear and the new. And I'm not gonna have no problem with it, man. It's all about what you do. You come up with a game plan, you work hard, you go in there, and if you the better man that night, you get your hand raised. I can't do nothing but respect you. Give you your credit. Period. Hold up, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. Let me see. Sammy Shaw says Earl need a dance partner because he can't sell a pay-per-view by himself. I mean, look, man. It's all about pay-per-views for him now. Thoroughly disappointed in that guy. Went from free smoke strap season to you niggas ain't selling enough for me. He gonna skip over you if you don't bring if you can't put him on pay-per-view. That's sad, man. That's sad, bro. Niggas is okay with that though. They gonna say, well, you know what? He's elite. He's elite. One belt, one weight class, 3 defenses. He's elite. He's top 5 pound for pound. He's pay-per-view. Yeah, man. This shit didn't turn into something else, man. There's only a few of us left, man. There's only few channels left, man. Pushing for undisputed unifications and daring to be great, taking risk. Guys ain't talking like that no more. They got agendas, man. El Chinito says Hurd resume is top notch. Only Charlo fans hate on him. El Chinito, top notch resume, bro. Like all you gotta do is go look at Jarrett Hurd's resume, and if he beats Julian J. Rock Williams, another great name on his resume. Like, stop hating, bro. Like when niggas say that they gonna put Errol Spence in that number 5 spot past Hurd, I'm like, skirt, what? Stop it. Negative, fam. Have y'all seen Hurd's resume? Have y'all seen what he's accomplished? You mean Spence has accomplished more than Jarrett Hurd, the unified super welterweight champion of the world? That's what you talking about? Y'all niggas need to stop hating, fam, and give credit where it's due. Let these guys earn a spot. Don't just give these guys gifts, man. Gift placement. El Chinil says, I've been a Hurd fan ever since he beat my boy Oscar Molina. Damn, I don't even remember that fight. But see, I mean, it's just this guy, man. This he's going through names, man. He taking names, bro. Got a hell of a body count. El Chinito says, if anyone deserves a Canelo fight, it is Hurd. I would love to see Canelo versus Hurd at 160. It would be a banger. I would love to see Hurd clean out the division, man. If he can still make weight, clean out the division, I think Canelo's a beast, man. I think that ain't something you just go up and wait and fight that nigga the first fight. No, that's a no-go. I'm not saying Hurd ain't got no chance, but his defense gonna have to be A1. A1. Canelo got speed, he's got skills, and he punches hard. And he got defense. Will counter the hell out of you. Don't matter how tall you are. Like we seen that with Rocky Fielding. Like it don't matter if you a big dude. He will break your ass all the way down. If your skills and your defense ain't up to par. Canelo's that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't be beat. But fuck this, like niggas be trying to like defend guys and make it about race. Like fuck that. Canelo can scrap, nigga. This is boxing. Keep it 100. Like Canelo got hands. I didn't see them stretch niggas, bro. Like that shit is not even no joke, bro. Don't matter what race you are. If a dude got hands, you can be black power, Hispanic power, whatever you want to. You get in there with the wrong one and not be ready. Oh, you can just get stretched out. That's it. It is what it is. It's boxing, man. I grew up in the hood seeing little niggas whoop big niggas. Like, bro, that ain't nothing, bro. Like, shit. It's crazy, man. He said Rocky Fielding. I was just trying to make an example about the size. Like, I know Hurd way more skilled than Rocky Fielding, but just saying. I mean, he didn't fight Triple G. This nigga just, he didn't fight guys that's bigger than him. So you can be tall, you can be, but I just want her to stay focused, man. I think he got a task in front of him, though, man. That's gonna be an epic fight. I'm give, I think her to get the job done. That's my guess. But I'm not sleeping on Williams, bro. Hey, just like I didn't sleep on Tony Harrison. I already knew what this nigga bring to the table. I already knew what he bring to the table. So and I was looking at Jamel's last few fights, looking at how he's been fighting, loading up on shots, trying to look spectacular, going for the KO. And his last two opponents, I was like, you know what? These guys gonna give him some problems because they box. They trying to win rounds. They're not out here trying to knock your head off. They like, bruh, they trying to outthink you in there. And you getting all extra emotional, you getting frustrated. Oh yeah, that's checkmate. That's just checkmate status right there. So everybody talking about what Jamel gonna do in a rematch. Shit. You hope he can do it in a rematch. That's what it is. You hope. Not saying he can't do it, but you hope. Because truth be told, Tony Harrison already in his head, bruh. He already in his head. He is already in his head for this rematch. He already think that he was robbed or whatever. He wants to believe that. Hey, believe what you want to believe, Jamel. Come in there with that same mentality, trying to fight extra hard and trying to get the KO. You're going to find out you're going to have 2 L's on your record. And then you're going to be crying again in the press conference, talking about how you hate losing. So the first thing the first thing to do is accept defeat, accept that you wasn't at your best. You need to work on some stuff so that you can come back better. And if you come back and win, I'll give you all the credit in the world. See, niggas, they misinterpret criticism for hate. They misinterpret truth for hate. When you tell them the truth about somebody, and you just somebody who just analyzes and criticizes and tells it like it is, they say that person is a hater. Why? Because they get their feelings hurt because it's their favorite guy that's in the hot seat. It is what it is. All he had to do is just keep winning. All he had to do is keep winning, But since he lost, we could just see, well, what possibly went wrong. And everybody could see it, bro. You was trying to go for the knockout. The best fighters, I'm not talking about the heavyweight division, but like typically the best fighters, they don't go for the knockout, man. The knockouts will come just by them executing their game plan and them being so far ahead mentally over their opponent to where it's like, ain't nothing else left for me to do for to knock this nigga out because he can't do shit with me. I'm making him miss. I'm counting him every time he miss. You know, I'm controlling I'm controlling the action. He can't do nothing with me, so that's when they take over the fight. You ask some of the best fighters in boxing, you know, are you gonna get the KO? They'll say, I'm not gonna really get the KO, but if it comes, it comes. But we prepare for whatever, you know. Then you got other fighters that says, you know, on God, I'm gonna knock this nigga out and shit. They put all of this pressure on themselves to go for the knockout. And then they go in there looking silly because their game plan was the knockout. Matter of fact, they tell the opponent, I'm gonna knock you out. And so it's just like, thank you for telling me your game plan, stupid. Thank you, dummy. Now I know all I have to do is avoid the knockout and box. Let me see. Kuma's Deception says, oh, Janita, no, I'm not from DMV, bro. I'm from Cali. From Los Angeles, bro. Kuma's Deception said Hurd will lose to Canelo. He's taking hits from 154 pounders. Canelo has an excellent inside game, counter skills, and has excellent defense. I absolutely agree with you, bro. I mean, if that fight was to happen like right now, shit, even a year from now, I'd probably be like, nigga, that's Canelo. Canelo got that one. Skills pay the bills, man. And he getting them big bills, man. He got the biggest contract in the history of boxing, man. So that ain't for no reason. I'm not saying he can't be beat, but it ain't gonna be easy. What up, Charles D? Angel Santos in the building. Says, sup, my bro Black. We back. We back at it, man. You already know what it is. Samuel Shaw says, I think if Hurd goes to 160, Canelo ducks him. Canelo ain't ducking. If Canelo ain't ducking Danny Jacobs, I definitely don't see him ducking Hurd. He ain't ducking Jared Hurd. I respect both of them guys, but I don't think Canelo is a fearful guy. I don't think Hurd is a fearful guy. I don't see that. Danny Jacobs is a big dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a dangerous fight for him right there. He ain't ducking Hurd. I mean, it might be some politics like, well, this ain't a big enough fight or this ain't pay-per-view or, some shit like that, maybe. I don't know. But I don't see him just ducking Hurd. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be worried about him. Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo don't give a fuck who it is. Canelo, if he didn't fought Triple G, now he didn't fought Triple G, now he getting ready to fight Danny Jacobs. Why the hell would he be worried about Hurd? A nigga coming up. He'd be like, come get it if you want to. Kuma Deception says the only way I see Hurd beating Canelo is if Hurd can take his power and Canelo tires out. Man, like I said, Hurd gonna have to have his defense A1, bro. All that coming in, walking in and shit. You can't walk into Canelo shit like that. That's a no-go. You know what I mean? I respect the dude. I think that he's at my number 5 spot, pound for pound. I respect a guy who can unify, a guy who's fighting the best competition in his division. That's Hurd. He doing that. He is the number 1 at 154, hands down. Not even a question mark. He is the king at super welterweight. Not Munguia, not Jermell, not none of these names y'all want to throw out. You got to beat him to get that status. J-Rock gonna get his chance May 11th. Best of luck to him. I'm gonna be watching as a fan. I'm not a fanboy. This is not a fan channel. I'm a boxing analyst / critic. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. I like to learn. I like to see what different styles is in the sport. You know, how they come up with game plans and if they can execute under them bright lights. Seven Shaw says Canelo Power is overrated. I don't know about that. I don't know about that right there. Shit. I wouldn't stand there and get hit by him. Nigga. I disagree on that. Hakuma Deception says people are saying that Canelo is ducking, yet he fought Triple G. I think he lost both fights, but he fought him. Also, Canelo is fighting Jacobs, who was a tough fight for him stylistically. Canelo is not no scary fighter, bro. Like I've never even thought about Canelo being like a scary fighter. Who's he ducking? Ducking who? Why would he duck a small? If he's fighting guys bigger than him, this is not a guy who's just been staying at one weight class. You know what I mean? He's fought in multiple. He's fought in other weight classes. He's fought 147, 154, 160, 175. You know what I mean? This nigga is not. He's not. I don't see fear in Canelo, man. He is a pound for pound fighter. This man has fought in different. His style has translated over into multiple weight classes. You know, and the only person that beat him was the pound for pound king, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? That's how that works. An elite pound for pound beat a great pound for pound fighter. It's a difference, man. Floyd was an elite pound for pound fighter. You know, he just had to show Canelo, like, bro, you good, but you're not this good. Let's see if you can hit me. It's that Denzel shit. You can do it. He couldn't do it. Defense. I'm biased. What's up? He said Canelo ain't ducking shit. Man, that's what I say. That shit is fiction. Canelo is not ducking anything. Shit. He might be ducking cameras because he's so damn famous and shit. I don't know what y'all talking about. He ain't ducking no fades, though. That don't even add up. That don't add up at all. I mean, you look at, all you gotta do is look at Canelo's, who he's fought. Whether you're right, and like great comment, Akuma Deception, what you said. Even if you feel like he lost to some of these guys, he fought them. Meanwhile, in other news, we got these welterweights who's ducking each other like it's damn duck hunt. Nintendo shit. Nintendo style. Duck hunt. They duck and hunt for some little opponents to pick on for a payday to put on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? What? We got a guy that's getting ready to unify in this division. Y'all call that ducking? Wow. Okay. Wait till you check out the welterweight division. If Canelo's ducking, just take a look at what they're doing in the welterweight division, fam. Make you not even want to watch boxing no more. Kuma Deception says, Simon Shaw says, Canelo only stretched out B and C level fighters. You say he only stretched out B and C level fighters? Okay, but he only lost once. Is he losing though? You can't knock out everybody. That's the whole point I was saying a little earlier. This ain't called knockouts. It's called boxing. Let's learn something, man. Let's get that understood. This is called boxing, man. This ain't called knockout kings. This ain't no video game shit. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to knock out everybody, especially when you going up in weights and fighting top competition. You have to know how to box. If not, you are going to be strapless. You're going to be crying in press conferences. Niggas gonna have to massage you and your shoulders and shit and all that weird stuff. Let me see. Kuma Deception says, it wouldn't surprise me if Canelo dominates 168, to be honest. Caleb Plant will be a tough fight. Stylistically, his skills are nice. Mayweather loss was the best thing to happen to Canelo. Yeah, man. It made him a better fighter. Made him a better fighter. This nigga be pull countering the shit out of people, man. You be doing all type of skillful stuff, man. So, that's why I say, like, I I wish people would stop with this, you know, undefeated shit, man. Nigga, that's life. You gonna take L's, man. You gotta take L's. You gotta know how to bounce back though. You gotta bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, man. You look at Tevin Farmer, you look at Tony Harrison, right? Cotto took some losses and bounced back. Remember when he knocked out Martinez? I mean, Andre Durrell, fortunately because of Yayo Benavidez, he's a champion now again. I mean, there's guys that have lost. I mean, Lomachenko lost to a Lyft driver. He's back. He's a champion, unified. Losses don't mean shit, man. These niggas put all of their hope in not losing one day, and then when they lose, all their dreams and confidence is flushed, toilet bound. Right, Akuma Deceptions. When you are fighting elite fighters, your chance of KOs are low. Right, because an elite fighter, he's elite. I mean, and when you elite, your defense is up there. Your defense should be elite, or at least good enough to avoid the heavy shots. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Corey Lee says, salute fam, just got off my live, tired as hell. Salute to Lamont Peterson, respect, happy retirement. Yeah, best of luck to you, man. Just support your brother and, just hang it up, man. Because I just feel like, in this brutal sport of boxing, if you can't avoid those shots that he was getting hit with, it's time to finish. It's time to hang it up, man. People are really their lives is getting messed up, man, from taking a lot of hits to the head. Last thing I want is this, you know what I'm saying, is to see one of these guys can't do an interview or, I'm not trying to throw no shots, but like, talking like some of these guys like Holyfield or anybody heard Floyd Sr. do an interview lately? Yeah, it's tragic, man. It's tragic. Especially when you get up in age, man. Like, look. If I got any senior citizens that listen to this, man, if you over 50, don't be sparring, bro. Don't look. You ain't got nothing to prove out here, man. Your days of sparring is over. Days of sparring is over. So at the end of the day, man, it's a brutal sport, man. If your defense ain't up there, you gotta make some smart decisions in your life. Unbiased says you're not going to knock out elite fighters like that unless they are coming up from smaller weights. Yeah, and then in some cases, smaller fighters coming up in weight, you can't knock them out because if they're elite, then yeah, you might have the advantages. You might still be able to outbox them and use your size advantage and things like that to win the rounds and control the fight, but you still might not be able to knock them out. Case in point, Mikey Garcia Arrow couldn't knock him out. So maybe his chin was up there, was top notch, or maybe his power was overrated, or maybe a little bit of both. Like I've heard some people say, I don't know, but once again, that wasn't his game plan. I don't think. I think Arrow came in with the right game plan. Was to box. That's the name of the game. It's boxing. So that's what people got to get in their head, man. Casuals used to get caught up in knockouts. Ah, he didn't knock him out though. Ah, this nigga, he ain't even got no power. Shit. You get in there with him. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody really didn't have no power like that, they can just walk through all of their shit and get them out of there. If they had something that was respectable to where the opponent's just like, oh shit, I gotta be careful. Can't just be nigga goddamn running back my way up through up in there, or I'm gonna be flat. You know what I'm saying? Sam Shaw says, I'm speaking on his power being overrated, not his boxing skills. He has great boxing skills. Man, Canelo has tremendous boxing skills. You know, like I said, y'all brought up the Hurd, possibly going up to face Canelo. Not yet. You know, let's stay focused. You know, Hurd is doing good things. Hurd is good for boxing, man. Hurd is good for boxing. You know, I don't know too much about his private life. Guys like Corley Boxing, he interviews him, probably talk, you know, has a better understanding of who he is personally. You know, I don't dive too much personally into a person, what they do outside of boxing, unless it's something like it stays in the media and stuff like that. It's, you know, and it just, you know, sometimes people be getting into trouble. This negative stuff surface on the internet of them doing dumb stuff. But you know, I don't hear nothing negative about Jared Hurd. You know, I just hear about this guy. You know, when it's time to fight, the dude gets ready. He ain't ducking no smoke. You know, he's a unified champion. I mean, he about to fight J-Rock. He could have just been like, you know, well, you know, let me get another tune-up. You know what I mean? I mean, like, this is what Keith Thurman trying to do. Keith Thurman trying to get another tune-up. He looking for another fight that it's not going to be as that much risk involved. Like something that he know that he can handle. You know, lukewarm and shit. It ain't gonna really be no hot competition. It's gonna be some lukewarm shit. You know, this is hot. J Rock is not no lukewarm, bro. This nigga has been in there. He coming in there with the fire, bro. That's what I like about her. He want to get in there in the fire, bro. I wish we had more Hurds in boxing. You know, so disappointed with these other divisions, man. Not all of them, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some other divisions that's you know, it's just the two most popular divisions that gets me, man. It's 147 and heavyweight. I'm just like, come on. What's wrong with you niggas, man? What you niggas just like a you know, like a what you call it, a video game reset, nigga. Power off, nigga. Switch out, put a different video game in with some different fighters, different characters. I'm sick of these niggas, bro. This coward shit. Anyhow, Kuma Deception says Mayweather is my favorite fighter of all time, but his whole undefeated shit really ruined boxing. Losses don't determine how good a fighter really is. Ali has 6 losses. You know what it is, man? Like Mayweather was undefeated, but that don't mean that, like, I mean, I guess just people got caught up in thinking that that's what made him a superstar because he was undefeated. No, they missed the whole ship. Floyd fought everybody, man. He fought all the people that he needed to fight to make him on the level that he's at. And it just so happened he won every fight. That's how that went. This is no different from guys like Ali and Sugar Ray. They fought everybody that they needed to fight. It just so happened that they lost a few of those. 3, 4, 5 of them shits. Because when you fight in top competition, usually you lose every now and then. That nigga's a rare, you know what I'm saying? When you go undefeated, like how Floyd did, and you fight in top competition, yeah, nigga, you gonna see like goddamn 9 figures. Because nigga, like you doing some shit that's almost impossible. Like niggas is betting on you to lose. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is going all in on you. And you walking away with everything on the table. Because you just know you that good. You believe in yourself. You dedicated. You're not putting alcohol in your body. You're not doing all kind of crazy shit that these dumbass niggas doing now. So that's why these niggas is scared about losing they that's why they want to cherry pick, because they know, nigga, they not on that level like that. You see who they fighting? Once again, we got 4 champions at 147. Why we still have 4 champions, I do not know. Oh, I do, but just get hot thinking about that dumbass shit. No doubt, Corey. No doubt. Unbiased says Canelo outboxes Hurd drastically. Yeah, man. I got a definitely heavily favorite Canelo over Hurd. That would be something though. Like if Hurd just upset, just beat Canelo, man. I would rather be where he finished doing what he needs to do at 154, and if he can go up to 160 and challenge Canelo in his comfortable weight, maybe after he's already, and that's given that he beats Danny Jacobs, because that's gonna be a tough fight. That ain't nothing easy right there. So let's just get that understood, because I really truly don't know who's gonna win that fight. I'm giving this the edge to Canelo slightly, because I think that this could damn near be probably his toughest competition stylistically. So I did a breakdown on that already. So I don't want to dive back into that. But let's just say we assuming that Canelo wins this fight against Danny, then maybe if Hurd can clean it out, hopefully get that rematch with Tony Harrison, because I think Jermell gonna get beat again. He gonna get beat again, in my opinion. Unless he humble himself and learn how to box and really come up with the proper game plan. But I don't know if he'll be able to beat Tony Harrison. And I know Tony Harrison wants some get back. He want to get that. He want to fight Hurd. I like Hurd. I like Tony Harrison. I like Julian J. Rock. I hope that Jaime McGee don't play that keep away shit with the WBO. I don't even know how much longer he's gonna be in the division. I don't know if he's gonna be able to mix it up with them champions before he get out or whatever. But I just want to see these fights happen. The top dog is with the shit. That's Jared Hurd. He with that smoke, man. So at the end of the day, hopefully everything works out. Let me see. Kunda said Hurd seems like a cool ass dude, real laid back and humble. When he beat Harrison, I became an instant fan. Yeah, man. I mean, I think he's a good dude. Like I said, I don't know him personally, anything like that, but hey, man, he's good for boxing. I don't hear about this nigga doing no dumb shit in the streets. He's humble enough to do these interviews. The homie Corey Lee Boxing, anytime he goes over there, he's blessing him with interviews, getting people exclusive content. So hey, that's way better when I see these other niggas do on this PBC, slapping phones out of people's hands when they just want to get a picture or something. They showing up press conferences drunk, doing dumbass shit. He was commentating today, very professional. Like, I can see grown man shit, bro. I don't fuck with these boy niggas. These childish boy ass niggas. Like, I don't fuck with that shit, bro. I don't do that. Grown men. You a champ. You got a city behind you. You got a country. Represent in the right way. Be a people's champ. Got a bunch of selfish champs now. They just fighting for their own bag, right? It's just about their bag. It used to be where, they fight for the people. People used to take pride. Fighters used to take pride in that. I'm the people's champ. I'm the people's champ. They try to inspire you, motivate you, say a word of encouragement, something. Try to give back, even if it's not money. I don't ever expect that from somebody. Just more like if you can give back, if if you can go talk to some kids, motivate them. If you can go to you know what I'm saying, like a shelter, anything, people look up to these people, man, and they got a platform where they can use it in the right way instead of fucking doing this dumbass shit these niggas do. These niggas is lame, bro. I'll never kick with these lame ass niggas, bro. I don't even consider these niggas champions, man. Man, look, I put up a post, man, a few posts back, man. I put it up today. Um, Andre Ward, man. I don't respect no nigga that talk shady about this man when it comes to boxing, because this man has set a great example for other fighters to follow after. I made a post. If you go back after this live stream, if y'all want to, it's called Andre Ward Top 10 Bad Habits for Professional Fighters. And just look at that. And look what he put. He posted on his Twitter. And this is the type of shit I already been speaking on. But when you got a nigga when you got a grown man who went out on top, another undefeated fighter, y'all. Okay? Another undefeated fighter who went out on top, who is won in multiple weight classes, been unified champion, right? Who's a respectable guy, family man, set a positive example. It's like, that's who y'all need to listen to. But then I see like little lame niggas be trying to tear him down. I'm like, bro, look, that's how I really know dudes got agendas out here, man. They don't want that. They don't like that image of somebody who's a grown man, who's mature, who's respected, who did it the right way, who's a family man, who's a very strong-minded. He's a real dude. He'll approach you, whatever. They don't like that shit. They are rather a fuck nigga who's gonna be out here dancing like a female, wearing skinny jeans, got the little choker chain, wearing anklets, cussing at reporters, just doing dumb shit, man. They want dumbass boy acting niggas as champions, so that's the image that kids and people can look up to and get behind. This is what I realize out here. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. The image of a champion has changed. Let's see. Corley says Hurd has fought pretty much everyone at 154, including Harrison, that beat that loudmouth Charlo. That's facts. Akuma Deception says, I like Jamal Charlo. Jamiro, not so much. Do need some anger management. Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, I don't really have too much issue with Jamal. And I'm sure probably a lot of people feel that way. I'm sure like Jamal would be like, oh man, nigga, if you don't like us both, then fuck y'all. I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I just think like Jamal is more calm. He's more in control. You know what I'm saying? Like that's sound kind of normal, like in twins too. Like one is a hothead, one is cool and mellow. And sometimes twins can't really hang out with each other like that because, it's always something gonna pop off because the hothead one is always gonna be flipping. I got a twin too. It used to be like that. You know what I mean? I've always been a calm, mellow one. I don't be liking all that drama and hot-headed shit. You know what I mean? Kuma Deception says, we all know the division is ducking Bud Crawford. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna even go into that, man. I'm gonna be another 30 minutes venting on that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But once again, that just falls into the category of and I've said it. I mean, it's all the solution is Mr. Strap Season needs to go ahead and make his move first, which is fight Sean. Sean saying he's available. Beat Sean Porter. Take the WBC. You're gonna force Keith Thurman to have to fight you because Keith been talking about he want that WBC. Then if you fight Keith and you beat Keith, guess what? Now we can have that big unification bout for Undisputed. You know, about that, a lot of these niggas on YouTube was talking about they care about so much, right? But the narratives have changed now. They don't want to talk about it no more. But I am. Fuck it. You know? So that'll be the fight that everybody wants to see. You can put up a poll right now. Two of the biggest fights in boxing that people want to see is either Wilder versus Joshua or Crawford versus Spence. And you know what? More people were saying that they would rather see Crawford versus Spence because they so damn tired of the damn Wilder Joshua charades and shit. They tired of that, man. Niggas is getting tired. Tired of waiting around, man, for a great fight, for a mega fight. When it's already great right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that's gonna happen. Spence, go ahead and beat Sean. Take the WBC. Make Keith see you. Because we gonna put all the pressure on this nigga Keith. Like, nope. Hey, bro, either you gonna fight Spence or you retire. You was talking all that shit about how you need to get your belt back. Well, guess who got it? Spence. Go get it back then, bro. Go get it. You know? And if Spence is the supreme out of that PBC side on that side of the street, well then guess what? We're gonna get the fight that we want to see now. That's the only fight left to make. Spence versus Crawford. Let's go. Free smoke. Strap season. Undisputed. Let's get it. Easy. And if you win, you win. Good. Thank you. That's what I've been wanting to see. This ain't about no hate. Niggas, just about pushing for the best fights. But you know what I realized? A lot of these niggas don't want to see these best fights. They want to see their favorite guys. They just want to see them make money. They want to see them stay undefeated. And because they can cheerlead, man. Soft ass era, man. This is what this shit didn't turn into. Cheerleading status. You know? Used to be where we actually demanded certain fights we wanted to see. The fighters was with it. They entertained us. You know, we didn't even have to put pressure on fighters back in the day. They wanted smoke. They like, bro, I'm in this to win a championship, right? No, don't win in these particular sports teams. Don't they compete to see who the best is? But in the sport of boxing, now this shit is all about something else. Shit is lame. We just gonna scrimmage, nigga. We gonna scrimmage. I don't want to do the real thing because I don't like losing. I don't like losing, so I don't even want to try. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight the best fighter. Because what if I lose? Quit, nigga. Just get out of the sport. You're not good for the sport. Just go. Get out. Get. Akuma Deception, Danny Jacobs can pop as well. Yep. He says Jamal's arrogance will be his downfall. Jamal or Jamel? You mean Jamel? Yeah, Jamel's hella arrogant, man. Jamel's super arrogant. Like I said, Jamal ain't all out there like Jamel is, man. Jamal is way more calm, under control. He's still undefeated. I think he had, he struggled with Matt Korobov because he had just seen his brother take his first L, and it hurt it, hurt his brother's little ego and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he had to try to come out of the locker room and out of the dressing room and to the ring with that on his mind, and that messed with him. But I still think that he's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. I don't know how good he is because I have not seen him against the best yet, but I think that Jamal needs to make a decision to go where that smoke is. If you're in the 160 division, man, they all on the zone side, bro. So you got to make a decision, man. What you gonna do? Heard he gonna try to do like a little homecoming for the summer or something like that in Houston. All right, man, but people want to see you with a belt. People want to see you with that belt, man. So, I mean, after this fight, man, he need to figure out what he gonna do. But all that smoke is on the DAZN side, man. You got Demetrius Andrade. You got Fucking Canelo Alvarez, Danny Jacobs. You gotta do something, Jamal. You know, rooting for you, man. I want you to do something, bro. Don't go down the same path as your brother, man. You your own. You an individual. Y'all twins, but you an individual, man. You got to do what's best for you. You know, you still undefeated. You know, I think Jamal has a shot against all of them guys. Really, just don't. We just got to see. I just want this guy to take a chance, man. Make it happen. You see, Salmon Shaw says Hurd beat Trout and Laura more convincingly than Canelo did. That's interesting, man, that you brought that up. He did. But you know what? One thing that I always want to point out or emphasize is the fact that it don't always mean, you know what I mean? Because I've seen somebody beat someone's leftovers. You know what I mean? Canelo fought these guys first. Canelo fought them first. So yeah, Hurd did beat him more convincingly, but were they really the same fighter after Canelo beat him? I don't know. But you're right though. I'm not disagreeing with you though, Sam. Hurd did beat Trout and Laura more convincingly. He went the distance with Laura and he went the distance with Trout. That's a good point that you brought up though. So I definitely hear you there. But when I compare the styles of Canelo and Hurd, I'm just like, ooh, this could be bad. It could be very bad. Hurd eats punches, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Lunchables, man. You know, but Canelo, that ain't gonna be no Lunchables, man. That's gonna be them goddamn shits that just hard to chew, nigga. Steaks. You know. Jaw gonna be hurting trying to chew on them shits. Joe says, Danny, what's up, man? He says Danny Garcia was offered $3 million plus a pay-per-view percentage, and he still dug Bud. Man, sub hit the bell, bro, if you knew. Yeah, bro, that's facts. That's facts from what I heard, man. PBC means I don't know, man. I got so many damn nicknames for them dudes, man. Pimpin' Boxing Casuals, popular black celebrities, live and black, man. You know, right. Stop Trout. That's what. Yeah, I said that. I thought I said that, Sam. Coolman's Deception says I wasn't a fan of Ward in the ring, but he's a great ambassador for the sport, especially coming from where he came from. Plus, I love how he's taking these young guys under his wing. Man, anybody who's trying to get in the sport of boxing, who's young, up and coming, I think that you need to be connected to, right, be under the wing of Andre Ward or Bud Crawford. That's all the same side of the street, really. Those are like the big brothers you never had. Like they're gonna guide, they're gonna give you the right advice. They're gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that's what a lot of these guys need. They got too many guys telling them what they want to hear and not what they need to hear. They telling them, oh yeah, you the best, you the boogeyman. Oh man, live your best life. Go ahead, drink it up, this, that, and the other. And these are professional athletes, and they're gonna get in there with somebody who is I don't give a fuck about all that hype. They ain't gonna give a damn about that hype. They gonna just whoop their ass. Telling you, that's what Tony Harrison did to Jamel. He didn't give a damn about that Lions only and keep running your mouth shit. Told you, man. Jamel ran right into a 1-2. He backpedaled, and the fight was done from that point. Yeah, man. Y'all have a good night. I just wanted to do this live stream, man. Once again, you know, shout out to Lamont Peterson. You know, congratulations to Sergey Lipinets. You know, this man, he impressed me tonight. He definitely impressed me. I see that he's adjusted to the 147 weight, and he stopped Lamont Peterson, the third person to stop this guy. Lucas Matisse was the first. Earl was the second. Now Lipinets is the third in his second fight at 147. Got to give it up to him. You got to give it up to him. You know, but we got to see what he can do going forward. Shout out to Jared Hurd. You know, he's doing his thing, man. This guy is great for boxing. I don't have nothing negative to say about Jared Hurd, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Jared Hurd. Um, I admire your courage, man. Your hunger, your willingness to be great, and after everything you've already accomplished, you're still remaining humble. And you setting the example, man, of what a true champion should be like, man. You know, staying professional. You know, you're not out here getting into no damn trouble. So just stay focused, man. Keep the right people around you. You know, look like you got a good camp, you know, good trainers, a good team. That's what you need, man. You know, like they say, you only as good as the people you surround yourself with. So let that be a lesson, everybody, man. Get a good team. No matter what you're doing, man. Have good people around you. People that's gonna make you better. People gonna tell you the things that you need to hear, not what you want to hear. People that's gonna make you solid. People's gonna help you grow. So I'm looking forward to Jared Hurd and J Rock Williams. That should be an epic fight. Shout out to J Rock, man, not allowing his defeat to define him. You know, that's what a lot of the guys got to realize, man. It ain't about the loss. It's about when you do get knocked down, when you do take that L, did you learn from your mistakes? What did you learn from that? What did you get out of that? Like I said, I look at this as a metaphor for life when I watch this boxing, man. I've been knocked down in life, but I learned a lot when I was down, though. And then when I get up, man, I'm better. I know how to not get knocked down again. You know, you get smarter. You more prepared next time. So that's how I break all this shit down, man. But at the end of the day, man, these guys is leaders. These guys are setting an example. So I wish all these guys nothing but the best. Hey, peace and love to all y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that was in the comments, man, participating. Shout out to everybody that caught the playback. I'm your boy Black Horseman. If you're new, hit the sub button, hit the bell icon, and I'm just ride this horse with your boy Black, and I'm up out of here, man. Peace.